Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Jamaat Islami Hind, Chennai Metro, and GIO Girls Islamic Organization, Chennai, welcomes you to 4-week skill development program, where we will be learning about Microsoft Excel. To start off the program, I'd like to call Sister Manal to do the khayat.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولقد مكناهم في ماء مكناكم فيه وجعلنا لهم سمعا وأبصارا وأفئدة فما أغنى عنهم سمعهم ولا أبصارهم ولا أفئدتهم من شيء إذ كانوا يجحدون بآيات الله وحاق بهم ما كانوا به يستهزئون. Translation: We had established them firmly in a manner we have not established you. We had given them ears and eyes and hearts, but nothing availed them, neither their ears nor their eyes, nor their hearts, for they denied the signs of Allah. Then what they had mocked at encompassed them. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair, Sister Manal. So, for today's program, our resource person is Sister Rizwana Umar. She has over 15 plus years of experience in her field. She is currently a program manager at Microsoft. She is an analytics, data science, and marketing strategy professional with extensive years of challenging experience in leading projects. She has a very impressive resume and has contributed so much to her field of work. It's not sufficient for me to insufficient time for me to tell everything about her. So this is just a brief intro about her. We are honored and glad to have you with us, ma'am. You may take over.
Zainab, wait 1 minute. She cannot able to hear anything.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm able to hear, sister now. I'm able to hear now. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, there was a problem.
Rizwana, now the screen is everything is up to you. You can carry on.
Sure. Thank you so much. Like we are 3 minutes late. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hello, my dear sisters. Alhamdulillah, great to see our community come together in this forum to increase the knowledge in the area of information technology. I could see close to 100 participants. So I'm very happy to address such a big crowd here from Girls Islamic Organization. I'm really honored to share my knowledge with all of you girls here and telling you about my journey in IT world and sharing my knowledge throughout my experience of this information technology. So with all your acceptance, I would like to share my few minutes of experience. How did I reach to Microsoft in my career? So hope that is okay. I'll just take 5 minutes to introduce myself and then we can get started with our Excel beginners program, the first session of our program. So my name is Rizwana Umar. I'm a data science program manager in Microsoft. In fact, I'm the first person in my family to enter one of the world's top company like Microsoft. And I would not be representing here today without my parents' unwavering support throughout my journey. So I am a Bachelor of Technology in a chemistry graduate, and never in my dream I thought I would land in Globe's top company. So I had multiple failures in each stage of my career, and never did I give up in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I was an average student in terms of academic. One thing that was always unique about me is that I want to be distinct in my ambition and goal. I got somewhere around very average 70% in my 12th grade and got a very minimum opportunity to enter any of the top professional colleges, like either it is engineering or medical college. So I ended up in a private engineering college in Chennai and got graduated with pretty average scores. So the irony is I had no computer science subject background, except there was one paper, if you know Fortran language, it's kind of similar to C and C# language. So only that I had in my college days, and that too I did not clear in one attempt. I had to take a second chance to clear that. So all that I wanted to tell here is, like, throughout my journey, if you have seen, after even after my graduation, I started my job search, and I had to meet a lot of failures before I get into any of these software companies. I had to meet a lot of failures, and I took career in my trainers and my international call centers, etc., etc. And life took me to a big ground of challenges when I was in a job search. But one thing to always keep in mind is never we should give up. I always had that thought in my mind that I will definitely succeed one day, because that is my kind of dream job. Whatever failures I meet, I want to choose my dream job. So I started my course in data science and statistics. That is very late. After I delivered my second baby, I had to leave her in 40 days of birth to my mother to get my certification in Bangalore. So even after I completed my studies in statistics, I did not get any opportunity without experience in specific domain. So one fine day, I got into my first software company job, which is Infosys. And I took that opportunity to prove myself and gave my 200% in my interview. You would have heard 100%, but I gave my 200% in the interview, and I got through finally. So I landed in Infosys and got into my actual goals of starting my data science role. If you have heard about data science and analytics, which is a very trending opportunity in information technology, so I got an opportunity there, and I had to travel to the US for Microsoft project. And again, so I saw an opportunity to prove myself to deliver my best in Microsoft. So with my project deliverable, I got through Microsoft as an employee in the US. So then after every success comes a failure as well, right? So we have to adapt to both the situations. So after I got my offer in Microsoft, my visa extension was denied in US, and I landed in Hyderabad, which is the head office for Microsoft. So I'm with Microsoft for 3 years now, and still I don't believe that this was my dream job in Globe's #1 company. So finally we'll have to dream big and never give up in your life. Whatever stage we are in our life, we should never give up. And there are a lot of hidden opportunities that we need to uncover and achieve. So every single step of your goal matters a lot. For example, this training on MS Excel, even though it's very basic, let's take it very seriously and show our most possible interest. You never know, you'll be having multiple opportunity after this training professionally, or managing your household data, or a lot of different uses we have in this Microsoft Excel. So this is just a basic training I'm going to get started with. And we have a series of training for the next upcoming weeks also, where I'll be talking about different projects in Excel, and we'll be going into in-depth details. How do we make a pivot chart and all of those things. So we'll be working on a project today, like it will be a workshop. Probably you can also work along with me. And at the end of the session, we would have created a workbook with multiple worksheets in it, consisting of different features. So hope there's no questions. If there's any question, Rabia sister, please raise it, or do you want to take it at the end of the session? Whatever it is, it's good for me. So yeah, so let's get started. Hope you're able to see my Excel home page. So the prerequisite here is you will have to install Microsoft Excel, which is a Microsoft product, and anything beyond 2019 version would be really good, because that is the updated version of the software. So currently I have a 2019 version, and any of these versions above 2019 will look similar to this actually. So this is a home page where I just opened the Excel sheet and I got into this home page. So let me do this. So this is a home page where you see the start screen and lot of these templates.
Sorry to interrupt, sister.
Yes.
Someone is asking if they can work in the 2007 version of it, of the Microsoft Excel.
Yeah, you can go ahead and use it, but provided the icons and the tab would be looking different than this. But however, you will have the same features as what I'm showing you here. So you will have the same features or tabs as I'm showing here, but definitely you can use it. Since you cannot update it now at this point, you can go ahead and use it. But it's better to have the latest version, because Microsoft has done a lot of improvised techniques and automation done in this Excel already. So I would suggest you use the latest version, but for now I think 2007 should be better. Hope this answers the question, sister. So yeah, so let's get started. So this is the kind of the first face or the front face of the Excel, where you have different kind of templates, which is already pre-built. Like, these templates are to ease our life, right? Like to understand what is going to happen, what is already pre-built in each of these templates. So you see a blank workbook, a semester calendar, and take a tour and all of these. So in order to browse more of these templates, you can click on more templates where you can choose any of these. We have something for business, we have something for students, we have something for home organization and a family travel planner and all of those things. According to our interest, we can choose each of these templates. So for example, if I'm giving here as a business template and give a search, you will see all of already pre-built Excel sheets available here. We can try to select any one of these, and we can start working on it. Right? So I'm just going back here. Yeah. So apart from that, we have the recommendation for us, the most recent Excel which we have worked on in this sheet, in this phase, and we have the pinned document. For example, if I want to pin this document, I can click here, pin this item to the list, and it gets pinned, it gets added to my pinned items. And there's something called shared with me also, where someone would have shared this Excel sheet with me, either in an email or a chat or in different forum. It gets added. Once I open that Excel sheet, it gets added here in shared with me. So there are different such features for us to help us trace the data or to track the data in case if we have lost it. So apart from that, we have in this tab or in this ribbon, we have new, open, info, and we have save as and save. So the first time when you do something on the document, it will automatically take us to save as. And the future next versions and all, it will go to save in the same destination, right? Give me a quick minute. Yes, sister. So this is a different kind of features which is available in this homepage. Now I'll get started with a blank worksheet instead of going into any of these templates. I'll get started with a blank workbook here. So in this workbook, if you see, there are a lot of these features which is available, right? Yeah. So a lot of these features which is available. If you see here, we have something called ribbon here. This ribbon has file, home, insert, draw, page layout, formulas, data, review, view, and all of those things. Usually, like most frequently, we'll be using the home and the insert tab. So hope you have opened this Excel sheet from the new workbook, and then we can get started. So let me introduce you to some new terms here. There is something called a clipboard where you see cut, copy, format, painter. So if you would have used Microsoft Word, this clipboard is something similar to Microsoft Word itself, because Microsoft Word also has clipboard, font, alignment, and all of those things. So one thing which you have to look out is this small arrow mark, right? So in case if you are searching for something, some format or some kind of feature which is not available here in the front of the page, you can click on this, and it will take to the entire set of features, like the entire set of changes where you can look into the font size, style, and effects, and all of those things. So it's similar for each of the groups. For example, clipboard also has something similar where you can paste, clear, and everything. You have something for format cells also. So we will get into details, but I'm just telling you that these are different kinds of groups which is available, and note for this arrow where you can find more features which is available. Okay. So yeah, we have covered ribbon, quick access toolbar. So this is on the top, you have this green ribbon, right? This is called as quick access toolbar, where actually we can paste any of like we can copy and paste, or we can pull any of the feature which we think we are usually using it in this quick access toolbar. For example, if you think I'm using this font as my regular icon, I'm just right clicking on it, and you have something called add to quick access toolbar. Once I add it, it immediately comes onto the top of the ribbon. Again, here this decreasing font also I'm adding to my quick access toolbar. It comes here in the ribbon. So whatever we are using it frequently, we can put it in the quick access toolbar. So this is all about ribbons and quick access toolbar. So any questions, comments on this, sister? Are everyone able to follow this quick access toolbar? So it's so simple that you just right click on it, and then right click on it and choose the quick access toolbar. So it comes here, right? Okay. So yeah, let's get started with some data here. So this this is called a column, like column A, B, C, D, E. These are the different columns which is available in Excel, and all the numbers are rows basically. So these are columns and these are rows. So when I click on any of the cell, you have noticed that there is something called D6 with a combination of column and a row. So the combination of column and a row is called a cell. So basically D6 is a cell where it is getting displayed here. So when I click on here, it says F7. F is a column, 7 is a row. So it shows as F7. And again, I is a column and 7 is a row. It shows as I7. So these are different types of cells which you can see here getting displayed. Yeah, go ahead.
The people are saying they're not able to see your pointer.
Is it visible now, sister?
No, it's still not visible. Is it possible for you to stop screen sharing and start again?
Sure, yeah, I'll do that.
Yes, we can see it now, sister.
My pointer, is it visible, sister?
Yes, yes. Alhamdulillah, yes.
Yeah, okay. Alhamdulillah, better. So, yeah, I was talking about cell. So cell is a combination of the column and the row. So a range of cells would form, like we call it as a range basically. So when I select from here to here, if you see the pointer, it is moving 12R into 5C here in this window. So it says it's a range of cells together. So why I'm trying to tell all of these things is anywhere in your business conversation or anywhere while you save this document, you will get to know about all of these names. They call it as columns, rows, cells, and all of those things. So the current sheet I'm in is a sheet 1. We can create multiple sheets here itself. Like, we can create on sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4. It's so simple. You just have to click on the plus symbol here and you keep on adding the number of sheets here. So combination of different or number of sheets will form a workbook basically. So this, we call it as a worksheet.
Sorry,
So
excuse me, sister. Some people are saying they're not able to see the ribbon.
Not able to see the screen, sister?
No, not the screen. The ribbon. I think the top.
Top ribbon. I moved it just now. It should be visible. Is it same for everyone, sister? Just check once because
I think some. Not
Rishika,
everyone.
I think they don't know what is ribbon. You please explain them what is ribbon.
Oh, awesome.
Okay. So this is called a ribbon. So right from file to home, insert, draw, and if you are able to see my pointer, the entire set of features is called a ribbon. So this is what I'm referring as a ribbon here. If it is clear now. So file, home, insert, draw, page layout, formulas, data, review. On the top, you have different features here. And also here we have a group of features, which we call it as a ribbon together. Hope that is clear now. So we spoke about columns, rows, we spoke about cells, and we spoke about different worksheets, different worksheets together form a workbook. And it is possible for us to club one or more sheets together also, which we'll see it in a while. So now what we'll do is we'll start entering the data actually. So for example, now I have I'm just giving data which of a restaurant data, right? From Monday to Friday, what is the income of the restaurant and kind of number of servers we are using in a restaurant. So I'm just giving it as Rizwana Foods. That is the name of the restaurant or the name of the foods which I'm trying to start and I'm trying to give in the data. So if you see here, when you start typing on the cell, you see the words or the letters coming out of the cell. But actually it is not getting clumsy here. It is actually getting organized only. Only point is you have to, if you see here, when you bring your mouse close to this column EA here, end of the column here, EA, you will have to just double click on this and you will find the cell is getting automatically adjusted here. So it's same for all of these cells. So whenever I type in something and it goes beyond the cell, you just need to double click on it and it will get adjusted automatically. So I'm just giving the name here and I'm giving the server and I'm giving us Monday. You can also try it out, or you can parallelly work along with me here while I'm doing it. You can start creating your own data, like, you can put your name and you can try it out with the different data which I'm using it. So here it is Monday, Tuesday. Instead of writing as Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, what I can do is I can bring this cursor close to this cell and I can pull it. So if I pull it, it is automatically getting reflected. So starting from Monday to Sunday, it gets automatically generated. Instead of we typing in, it gets automatically generated here. So again, you see this Wednesday, Y is missing here. So what we can do is just double click on this and get it adjusted. So instead of doing, like, in case of a larger data set where you find the words are going beyond the line of the column, what we can do is we can just select the entire worksheet like this. In the corner of the worksheet, you have an arrow. You just select that and you just double click on it. It gets adjusted automatically to the size of the word or the font size. It gets automatically adjusted. So now I'm giving server and I'm giving it as starting from Monday to Sunday. What is my income going to be? So it is server 1. So I'm just clicking on this again, and you can edit it here also. Like, you just click on this, give it a space 1. So so whatever we are typing in this cell, you can adjust it or you can edit it here also. In this formula bar, you can adjust it. This is basically called a formula bar. So whatever we are typing, we can edit it in the formula bar as well. So same as this, right? For example, I am having 6 different servers. So I'm just starting with server 1. So I don't need to type it server 2, 3, 4 and all, manually. I can just drag it from here. You have this small icon. When I bring my icon close to the cell, the end of the cell, I just need to drag it. So basically, if you have here, I can drag it up to 12 servers. So it gets automatically generated up to 12. So this is one of the cool features of Excel where you can auto-generate things. Say, for example, days, months, years, whatever it is, it gets automatically generated. For example, if I give here month, so I have January. And I don't need to type all of these 12 months here, right? It gets automatically generated here. So I just need to drag it and adjust the scale. It will get automatically generated till December. So it also understands the different format of month, right? For example, here I'm just giving it Jan. So it gets automatically adjusted as per what I'm typing in. So here it is January, it is just Jan here, but it automatically recognizes Feb, March, April, APR, May, and all of those things. So hope you're trying it with me all along when I'm working on this. because if you parallelly work, it will be more effective. You'll be able to experience a lot of different things. And similarly with the numbers also, once I type it as 1, 2, then you can automatically fill in this, right? So this is the same number. You have this, you just click on this. There's something called, now currently it is in copy cells. You can do something called fill series also. When I click on fill series, it comes up to 12 here. So this is something which is good for bigger data set, right? You have some 12 months of data available and we'll have to key in the data. You cannot do it manually all along. So you can use all of these tricks to enter your data. Okay, so I'm just deleting this. See how I'm deleting it. You just have to select all of these things together and click on the delete button on your keyboard. Just delete it. That's all. So now my heading would be Rizwana Foods, and whatever data I'm going to enter is, I have 12 different servers on 7 days a week. I'm going to key in my profit, whatever profit I'm getting in for each day in my restaurant, I'm going to type in. So it is 50, 100, 150, 200. So to move this cell, what I'm using is, I'm using tab. I'm using tab to move it. For moving to the next, that is the next row, I'm clicking on the enter. So it is tab and enter, tab and enter. So I'm just going back to Friday. We have 250, tab 300, tab 350. So what is this? Like, I want to define the currency of each of these value, right? Is it a dollar value, or is it INR, or what kind of income is this? So in order to do that, instead of me keying here dollar sign every time or every single cell, so now I just made it manual, right? I just put it as a dollar just before 50. Instead of doing it manually for all of these cells, I'm just selecting the specific set of cells, and you, on this number ribbon here, a number icon, you see here, here we have the dollar sign. So I'm just clicking on the dollar sign here. It automatically converts each of the numbers to dollar. So along with that, it also gives the decimal value. So in case we don't need the decimal here, I just need the whole value, I can remove this. I can remove this by clicking on this icon, which says decrease the decimal. So when I click on this, it decreases the decimal. Okay. So I'm just going to copy. Copy is Control C. I just selected it. I'll do it once again. I just selected all of these values again. I'm doing a Control C and then giving on the same value to Control V. And you see again this particular copying window or the copying bar is still active actually. So in order to remove that, we'll have to just click on escape. Just click on escape, and I'm just trying to copy all of these cells together. So in this way, we just click and do Control V, click and then Control V, click and Control V. It just aligns to each of the cells here. It gets aligned to each of the cells. So hope it is clear till now, sisters. Any questions we have on the call? I'm not able to see the chat room. Okay, so I'm seeing a question. What do we do if we want to add rupees since we don't have that symbol in laptop? Yeah. So for making INR or rupee, you just select this, and you have something called INR here. We have more accounting formats. Under currency, you have something called INR here. So now it gets changed to INR. So I'm just giving a Control C here. I hope that is clear.
Sister,
Yes, sister. Able to hear me now?
yes, there's a doubt in the chats. Someone is asking how to add rupees, and also someone is asking about how you got the names of the weeks just by dragging.
Yeah, sure. I'll repeat that. So for getting onto the rupees, you just need to select these whatever cells we are trying to convert as a rupee, and then you have something called currency here, right? Under the number ribbon here, you have something called currency here. Under dollar, or if it is in the below version, you have something called currency. So there you have this more accounting formats, and then you get on to the currency here directly. So there are different types of category, format cells category available: general, number, currency, accounting, date, time, percentage. So you just go into the currency there and click on the symbol here. The symbol drop down is there. So you just click on that, and you can search for INR. For example, you have a lot of different currency. You cannot search one by one. So what I did is I just clicked on any of these and put it as I. Just type I there. So whatever I begins with I, it just comes here. So for example, here it is INR. So I just clicked on INR, and it also talks about the different other formats also, right? Do you want to have a 2 decimal value? Do you want to have a negative value? Or you want to have it under brackets and all of those things. We just select one of these formats and we set OK. So now you see here, right? It gets changed to INR with 2 decimals. INR with 2 decimals. So similarly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything here again, and I'm going to select here more accounting formats. Under currency, I'm going to search for INR with 2 decimal format and give OK. So now everything is converted to INR. How to get currency in the toolbar? So this currency will be already there in the toolbar, right? You will have something like this, or I think it will be there in general now for everyone. When I click on any of the normal cell, you'll see general here. So there is a drop down here where you can choose currency, and you can format it actually. Can we not add the symbol of rupees? No, I don't think we can add the symbol of rupees here. It is not yet available, I believe. Let me check for that, because I just know INR. INR is something which is available for India. Yeah, so it is only INR. We cannot add rupees. Okay. So I think we can get started. So starting from Monday till Sunday, I have included my INR value here, profit, and then finally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a total. I'm just going to type in as total, and then I'm going to total it. So this is one of the basic function, the sum function of each and every cell which we are going to see. So any of the function or any of the formula starts with the equal to sign. So when you start a equal to sign, and then you can type in the cell number here. So here it is B4. So it is all like case sensitive. Like, you can type it in, it is not case sensitive. You can type it in capital or small or whatever it is. So B4 plus C4, C4 plus D4 plus E4 plus F4 plus G4 plus H4, and click on enter. So when you click on enter, it automatically recognizes that it is INR here, and the format remains the same, and it gives the total of 1400. So there are multiple ways of doing this sum. One is you manually enter it. What I have done is I have manually entered each cell and added it, basically summed up each of these cells. Either you can do that, or you can also give a equal to sign, and there is something called a sum function, right? You just type it as SUM. When I start typing itself, you see there are a lot of options which is coming down, and when you click on enter, it doesn't give you, it gives the error when you click on enter. So what we have to do is we have to click on the tab sign. I'm just deleting it again, and I'm doing it back. So it says equal to sum tab. When I say tab, it comes to the number. So now you have to select the cell which you want to sum it up. So I'm starting with B. I'm just dragging my pointer towards H. So it is from B5 through H5. I'm going to find the sum. I'm closing the bracket and giving the enter. So it's again going to be the same. So here I have done manually. Here I have added the sum function here, which is basically the formula for sum. There are multiple ways of doing it. This is one of the way. So the last question which I saw is about rupees, and now the one question is, ma'am, why we create 12 servers? So we can create any number of servers. This just for testing, I created 12 servers. You can create 6, or you can create 5, 4, whatever number it is. But just to make the data more relevant, or to find the total and then average, minimum, maximum functions and all we'll be seeing now. To have more data, I have taken 12 servers. Ma'am, where should we type add? Where should we type add? Add is nothing but the plus sign in your keyboard. So for example, I'm doing it again here. If you see, it is any function starts with the equal to sign, equal to, you just click on this B4 and shift and then plus. In my keyboard, there's something called shift and then plus. Just plus, shift and then plus. Click on this, shift and then plus. Click on D6, shift and then plus. E6, shift and then plus. F6, shift and then plus. G6, shift and then plus. H6. And then click on enter. That's all. Hope that is clear. Good, good. Thank you. So this is one way of doing it. Either we do it as a sum, we do it manually, or either there is something called Autosum option also. So for doing that, yeah, there's something called Autosum option also. For doing that, you just click on this and click on here. There is something called Autosum. It just gives the Autosum. So you just select on each of these window and click on Autosum. It sums up the value. So similarly, if you have multiple hundreds of rows and columns, what we can do is you see here a plus sign at the corner of the cell, right? You just need to drag it and drop it. That's all. You will be able to sum it up. So this is the total of each and every row of each and every server for each day. For Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday till Sunday, this is the total. So this is how we find the total of the different columns. For finding the sum of different rows, similar kind of thing. Hope you will be able to do this along with me. So it is equal to sum of tab and then enter from here till here and then close the bracket, enter. Okay, and similarly for Saturdays, it's also again the same. It's equal to sum of tab from server 1 till this and then close, enter. So similarly, you can do for others also.
Sister, someone has asked if the total differs, how we can grab and get it. If the total differs, how we can grab and get it, they're asking. I'm not entirely sure what they're asking.
Just copy the form. Yes, you're right. So how will the total differ? So I think your question is how will we extend the formula across the different cells, right? We don't need to actually copy the formula. You just need to you just need to drag it basically. For example, now I'm giving this sum and then tab. Okay, so this is 600. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it across different cells right here. And then I'm just double clicking so that you see the numbers there. So this is how we drag it basically, drag from the plus sign here, the comma center of the cell, and even the formulas will get copied across different cells based on the values which is above, and it gets automatically calculated. You don't need to type in the formula every time. You just need to drag it across different cells to find it. So now we have found the total across different columns, total across different rows. This is how we find the total. So apart from the sum, apart from when you click on this formulas tab, apart from Autosum, there are different other features like average, count numbers, max, min, and more other functions also. So these are most commonly used functions: average, count numbers, maximum, and minimum. So we can find the average also. For example, if I take average here and I'm going to find the average across Monday to Sunday, what is my income, average income? I just need to give same, it starts with the equal to sign, and I just need to start it, AVERAG. So it gives, I just give tab, and then similarly, you have to drag from Monday till Sunday and close the bracket. That's all. So my average income is 200 across Monday to Sunday. I can drag this throughout my cells here, throughout my columns here, and I can find out for others also. I can find out for other servers also. So why I'm doing all of these things, why I'm copying all of these formula instead of manually keying in is, tomorrow, if my income is changing, for example, my Monday's income is not 50, it's just 20 rupees. And I just change 20 and I give enter. I just changed 20 rupees. If you see here across this particular, the row which I'm highlighting, the average is changed now, the total is changed now, and you see all of the other formulas also changed, which is associated with this particular 20 rupees. So the reason why I'm copy pasting the same formula across the different cells is whenever there is a change in the income or whenever there's a change in any of these cells, the formula gets automatically updated and it gives the value. For example, here I'm just giving it as 100 rupees. 100 rupees. And then I'm clicking on here, you see here, it gets automatically changed. The total is changed and the average is changed. Okay. So yes, yes, ma'am, this only I asked you. Thank you. Okay, got it. So wherever we change it, it gets automatically changed. For example, on Tuesday, server 12, there is no income. I'm getting 0. So this gets automatically changed. So hopefully this will be helpful for the larger data set where we will be handling around different formulas, different kind of complex functions. This will be really helpful. You just need to change the values, it gets automatically updated. So apart from average, you can try different other functions also, like maximum, max, we can try min, we can try count. So we can try one by one. So max, if I tell you same thing, it is equal to max tab, and then I drag from here till Sunday and then close the bracket, enter. You see the maximum value here, the maximum income across the different days. Sunday has been my maximum income, which is around 350 rupees. That is my maximum income. I just need to do for one cell only, and I'm dragging it across different cells to show it for all of the 12 servers. Across all of my 12 servers, it is 350. So for example, I'm giving here 700. Since it's Sunday, my income will be 700 here. And you see this maximum value is also getting changed to 700. So that's the function of 700. Sorry, that's the work of the maximum function. It finds the maximum value. Similarly, we can do it for minimum also. Minimum tab, and you do it. Don't include the total. Include from Monday till Sunday, and then close the bracket. So 50 is my minimum. So I'm dragging it across different cells, and I'm finding the minimum value. So here in server 12, you see the minimum is 0. The minimum value which we just changed it to 0, that's showing us the minimum value. So that's the difference between the maximum and the minimum value. Now count. What does a count tell? Count is it just gives the number of cells what we are selecting. So for example, if I want equal to count of tab, I want it across my Monday till Sunday. Pretty obvious, it will tell me 7 days. So count is 7. You just need to again drag it. It all gives me 7. So we have seen total, average, maximum, minimum, count, and we have seen here also total. total here also. Across different rows also we have set. So this is a very basic functions of an Excel sheet. We have, these are the different basic functionalities which is present in our day-to-day life. We'll be using this, and we will be in fact very usually using this. So apart from this Autosum, there is something called more functions also, where we can try out different other logic also. Basically, a cube of, square of, or max trigonometry, like most of the scientific calculations, statistical calculations, all of those functions also we'll be able to insert it, and we can use it. We can use a sine theta, cos theta, sum ifs, and all of the other functions is also available, and we'll be exploring it one by one, probably in the next upcoming classes. So this is some of the basic things which we have used it. Now, probably just looking for the questions. Sure, I'll be going into the date format also. I'll be drilling down into the date format also. And I didn't understand that dragging procedure, how you got all the names of the week by dragging. I'll do it again here. So for the ease of Saliha, for the question of Saliha, I'm just giving it as Monday here. And I just typed in one day of a week as Monday here. And if you see my pointer here, I'm just keeping to the bottom of this cell, like, you know, end of this cell. There's a plus sign, and you just need to left click it throughout. You don't need to leave the left click. You just need to left click and drag it simultaneously. So you just drag it simultaneously, and you left click and drag it simultaneously. You get it like this. So similarly for even numbers or month or year, whatever it is. So I'm giving 2010, 2010, left click and drag it throughout. You get 2010 because you have the small icon here. You have copy cells. Instead of copy cells, click on fill series. It will fill up the series from 2010 till 2023. Good, thank you. So I'm just deleting this. Let's go back. So this is the basic, very basic data formats and type of entries which we can do, and different functionalities which we can take care of. So apart from that, see, for example, today I wanted to introduce a date column. For example, I wanted to have track of my date. What is the income on each of these dates? So
sorry to interrupt. Someone has asked how to adjust the cells to format.
How to adjust? Yeah. So how did you fill the series when you showed the 2010 example, right? Yeah, I'll do it again here. So it is 2010. I just typed there as 2010 in one of the cells, and I left click it and drag it the same way what we have done for the month. Same thing I'm doing it. Left click and drag it throughout here. It's going to be the same thing, right? 2010 only, because I wanted 2010, 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, likewise, right? It should be a series. Instead of that, it is same now here. I want it to be in series. So what we have to do is, you have at the bottom, there is something called autofill options. There is an arrow mark there. I just left clicked it, and you have something called fill series. Instead of copy cells, there is something called fill series. I just clicked on the fill series. It's going to fill up the series. Now you see here, right? It's changed to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 till 2026. So instead of copy cells, it is cell series. It will be only for this kind of setup will only be for numbers. Otherwise, for months like this, you just need to drag it. That's all. You just need to drag it. Only for numbers, you will find this option there where you have to fill the series. Fill the series is it comes. The next number comes here as a series. Yes, sister, you had something? You had some question?
No, I think you have read out of the remaining questions, right, sister? So it's okay.
Okay. I'm deleting this. Let's go back. And I'm trying to insert a column now here. So what I did is I just left clicked on one of the cells here on B, column B, and I'm just right clicking on this. There is something called insert. So when I clicked on insert, it inserts an extra column here. So whatever happens, it happens on the left side of the column. So for example, if I click on column C, right click, insert, it inserts a column at the left side of the column. So this replaces the column D here. So when I do this. So for example, if I have done this and I don't want one of the column, I'm just directly going to give Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, it goes off. So you just click here, right click, insert, you get a column here, you don't want, Control Z. You just right click, insert, and you don't want, Control Z. Right? So I think you missed to answer how to adjust the cell to format. And if we type in same name and drag it, what it will do. So let's try it, no? You're saying it's my name. I'm going to drag it across. It's going to be the same, right? Unless and until there is some number associated with it. For example, Rizwana 1. See, Rizwana 1, if you put it, it goes up to Rizwana 14. But it only if it is my name, only there is a alphabet with no numbers, it just copies the other cells. Well, there is an alphabet and a number, it goes to the series and it continues to the series of whatever cell you drag it. And regarding the question of formatting the cell, yeah, definitely we can format any of the cells, right? That's what we have been seeing here. For example, this is one cell where I wanted to format. I'm just going back here, home. This is one cell where I want to format the currency. That's what I did it here, right? I wanted to be in INR, I made it to INR. So we'll be seeing the date format also. These are the different kind of formats, right? I wanted to be in percentage, we can make it as percentage style. I want to reduce my decimal value, I can do the decrease decimal here. And in case if I want to increase my decimal, I can do it the same way here. And there are a lot of different other features also. Like I want to be the cell in the text format, I can keep it in text format. I want to be in the date time format. There is something called date also here. When I click on date, you see the different types of or different formats of date, right? It starts with month, day, and year, or you call the day name, month, and the year. So similarly, you have different other formats, just the month, just the year, whatever format you want it according to your convenience, you can change it. This is the format cells actually. We'll get into this more detailed is what I was thinking, and because I just spoke about the currency format here, but usually any of the cells comes in the general format. So when I click on any of these cells, you can see here automatically it is in the general format. So when I click on any of this value where we change the currency, it shows as the format as currency. So for example, if I want to give a percentage to it, associate to it, I can give a 20, and I wanted to have other things also here. I'm just dragging it and I'm filling the series. I want all of these things in percentage. So I'm just highlighting this range of cells and I'm clicking on the percentage. So you can try to reduce it. So when you see this percentage doesn't come in this way, let me delete it. So you have, so usually percentage is in 0.21. Let me remove this percentage side again. So this is how the percentage works. So for example, now I'm giving it as 0.92, 0.75, 0.45, 0.96. So I'm just selecting all of these cells and clicking on the percentage. So it gets automatically converted into percentage. So this is how the percentage works. Ma'am, if we type this, okay, this we answered. Ma'am, if you have time, please speak about the scope of languages, which is called as tab, ma'am. You're saying tab or tab. So tab is there in the keyboard. When you see here on the keyboard, there is something called tab, caps lock, shift. That is what I'm telling us tab. So I'm talking about the tab in the keyboard. So when I click on this and then tab, it goes to the next cell. So tab is the next cell. So if you want to come down, give it enter. Enter. Tab is the sidewise movement. Enter is the down movement. So that's how it goes. Tab. Tab is the sidewise. Yeah, percentage is again, it is so simple. I'll do it again. So I'm deleting it. So percentage is 0.21. Let me remove this format again. I'm deleting it. 0.21, 0.56, 0.76. So all of these, I'm selecting it and clicking on the percentage. It gets converted to percentage. On phone, if we use, ma'am, if the question is if we are working on phone, there we don't have tab button. So instead of tab button, what key we have to use? This I myself haven't tried it because usually we will use Excel in laptop or in desktop only. In phone, I have never tried using it, but there should be features available in phone as well, right? That I have to explore it. This is on the laptop or the desktop version of it. So this is what, ma'am, can you show again? There's a question, what specifics do you need to show? Can you tell? Yes, exactly. So in phone, we can just touch the next cell. That's what she's saying. And to select all cells, you can click on the arrow in the left most of the worksheet above the first one, the left of the A column. Yes, true. Yeah, that is how we do it. Yeah. So that's, I think there's some confusion with this percentage sign. So percentage, I'm doing it again here. I think Samra, you can have a look at it. I'm just doing it again here. So percentage usually comes in 0 point, right? So any of the values, if you see, it is divided by 100 for percentage, right? It's 21 divided by 100, which is nothing but 0.21. So I'm just typing it as 0.2. Let me put it in a different style here. 0.21 here, and then 0.98, 0.76. So I just typed it as 0.21, 98, and 76. Select those columns. It's so simple. Samra, if you're seeing it, you just select it and click on the percentage sign. That's all. It gets converted to percentage. Okay. Yeah, so this, I think we covered it at the start of the class, right? How to organize the cells, because some words are long and some words are short and looks like messy, right? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to type in here as okay. So now it is going beyond my cell, right? Whatever it is, it's going beyond my cell. What you have to do is just select the column. For example, this is on F column. You just select it, double click it, right? Left click, double click it. That's all. It gets aligned to the right, right size of the word. It just gets aligned. Just gain Control V. Okay. So cool. Then we have total, average, maximum, minimum, count, and we have total of this also. Now I will be trying to insert a column here with date. So I'm giving here the date as 9/18/2021. So it just gives that, and I just need to pull it. So what it does is here, it takes the next consecutive days, like 18, 19, 20, 21. It just goes to the next days automatically. So if you see here in other columns, while I'm doing that, you see a green flag here in the other columns, which tells there is some error. If you remember, we have selected, I'm just giving Control Z. If you see here in this total, we have selected from B4 till H4. Now in the place of B4, I have added a date column. So that's where it is complaining, or it is giving error, saying that this is wrong. Whatever formula you have given me, it doesn't match with what you are trying to insert. So that is the complaint it's showing. So you while you are working on such scenarios, you should not mess up with the columns. If you are trying to add any specific columns, you have to change the formula as well. You'll have to change the total, average, minimum, maximum. This columns also, this formulas also, you'll have to change. Otherwise, you'll not be able to use it for the future. So I can add a column here as a date, and I'm giving it as 9. I'll change this to a date format instead of general. Okay, so I'm just dragging it here. So it tells 9/18, 19/20 till 29 it gives. So for example, I want it to be on the same date. So I just click on this, and instead of fill series, I just give copy series. If I give copy series, you see it's only 18 here throughout. If I want to have next series of dates, you can click on fill series. It will fill up from 18 till 29. Yes, we have to only drag it. That's it. Drag it and check if this is getting filled up as a series. If we want the same date, just click on this and click on copy cells. It's going to copy the cells. Okay. So this is about the date format. And what I had is, it is not serial, it is series. Series is next to next, right? So for example, it is one. I'm just dragging it here. If you see here, it's series. It's not serial, it's series. Fill series, click on it, and it gets to the next numbers here till 70. I need month in wording, ma'am. Yeah, month, you can get it like this. January, and it goes till here. So after December, it automatically detects as January and goes till July. So I'll just check the day, the year. Okay, it is 2010. It's in percentage, right? So what I did is I just clicked on this and give general. So it is 2010. I clicked on this. Till December, it will be 2010. And if you see here, after January, after December, it gets automatically, it should be changed to, let me check. So it is 2010. Or let me do here, January 2010. Yeah. So here what it does is, from January till December, it says 2010. And from again January after December, it says 2011. So that's where it gets automatically changed. So again, I'm dragging it here from July, August, September, and after December 2011, it changes to January 2012. So it gets automatically updated actually. So this is one of the format where you can try out different options. So this will be helpful when you're dealing with hundreds of rows, right? You just click on you just type as January 10, and you just, and this is one other format. You see here, when I say January 10, it says 10th of January. And I click on here, it says 11th January, 12th, and end of the January. So January 31st, it automatically detects that January has 31 days and it goes to 1st February. And let's see if it is 6th of February, and so on. If you see here, it stops with 28th Feb and it starts with 1st March. So it's all like automatically. It's a few features in Excel is automated, where each month days are even you can automatically try it out. In January it has 31 days. It says February 28, and it automatically starts with March 1st. So this will be really helpful when you're dealing with hundreds of records, like rows where you're trying to key in the data. Can you tell O column once again? Okay, sure. So O column, what I did is, I'm just deleting it once. One of the sister asked me, can you tell what is O column? What did you do in O column? Okay. So what did I do is, I'm going to type it as Jan 10. Jan 10 is nothing but 2010. It is month and year, right? That's what it is, Jan 10. So I'm just dragging it till December. So till December it is 2010. After December it should be 2011, right? So this Excel automatically understands it and gives it as 2011 till December. And after December, when we pull it out, it again tells 2012. After December 2013. So in this way, it is automated. Like, after January, after December, it goes to the next year. After December here, December 2011, it goes to January 2012. So in that way, Excel has few automation done in build, so which will be helpful for us while we are typing in details. But I didn't get arrow mark in my laptop. Yeah, you have to check for that arrow mark. See here, if you click on it, you have, it is not an arrow mark, it's a plus sign basically. It's a plus sign, you just need to double click on it, or either you need to drag it. Drag it, left click, drag it simultaneously, or you just double click it, that's all. Okay, so this is different formats of, date and numbers where we can play around. I think you can also give it a try. Probably you can try out with a different data, and you can try it out. What I'll do is I'll just delete it and I'll show you some of the formats which is available. So just click on the entire worksheet now, and there is something called cell styles. Okay. So there's something called cell styles. I'm just clicking on the heading here, and there's something called cell styles. I'm just giving a heading here. So what it does is it properly aligns to whatever we are typing in, right? I'm just giving a heading here, which means there's the underline and the font is now got changed. And again, this I'm going to give again another cell style where I can give it as heading 3, and this is something I'm going to again select, and I'm going to give one particular color, which is 20% accent 4. And again, I'm going to distinguish between the numbers and the functions. So these are the numbers. So I'm clicking on this. I'm clicking on this. I'm giving this as a number. And these are functions, different functions, right? We took total, average, maximum, minimum count. So this is something, again, we can select the cell styles here, and I can click on this 60% accent. So again, this is another cell format, cell styles. So yeah. So all of these greens are the functions, all of the oranges are the actual numbers, and these are the alphanumeric characters, like, with the alphabets and the numerics together. So this is how you can try it out with different sheets. You can try to create different sheets as well. You just click on sheets. You just keep adding the sheets with the plus sign here. And this scroll bar, if you see here, you can just left click it and drag it to the extent that you will be able to see just sheet 1 and sheet 2, and you have this arrow mark here where you can scroll for any number of sheets here. You can scroll, or what you can do is you can just right click on this, and you can see this activate here, and you see here different sheets which is available. So whichever sheet you want to go, you can just go. I'm just clicking on sheet 1. Okay, I'm just back again here. So, but here it has multiple sheets. It has close to 15 sheets. So out of 15 sheets, I just want to go to the specific sheet. I just clicked on this sheet 1. Okay. I just right click again, go to sheet 4. Okay. There's nothing in sheet 4. So right click again, sheet 1. Okay. This is how we usually do it. Not that plus sign, ma'am. After dragging it, there is one arrow to change the series, but I didn't see that in my tab. Okay. So probably you will have to play around with this for some time. You will be able to see all of those things which I'm talking about. This is a default feature which is available for all the versions. It is not only for the updated version. This is available for all the versions. Even the basic version, this is the only format which is available. So I'm not keeping track of time, and I'm also not keeping track of what is the series today, which I was planning to do it. There is something called inserting rows and columns. We have checked autofill. We have checked cell styles. Freeze panes. Yeah, freeze panes is one of the features which I wanted to talk. For example, we have a different, I'm going to open a different sheet here. I'm going to tell it is, I'm going to search student information. I'm going to tell student ID, and I'm going to tell marks. English, math, science, social science. Language, student ID is 1. Say there are 17 students. English is 56. I'll start with 56, and it goes up to this. I'll extend this beyond this. I just want to show you one feature of freeze panes. So fill series, again this. Click on this, fill series. So again math, 99, 95. Fill series, fine. You can also try it out. I'm just trying to show one of the feature which is freeze pane here. So I'm just typing in different data. Series, the same thing. So I'm just trying to copy, Control C, Control V, Control V. That's it. So now what I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to click here. Or I'm giving it a self style as any of these headings. And what I'm trying to do is, for example, if I have thousands of rows here and I'm trying to check the mark of student ID 20, student ID 29, there is this list of mark, right, which is 84. Let's assume it's only for 900 marks, right? So it's 84, 98, 62, 62, 62. But I don't know for which subject it is, right? Every time I have to go up and look. See, for English it is 84. Again, I have to go up, scroll up, and say maths it is 98. And again, I have to scroll up and say science it is 68. So instead of scrolling up again and again, there is something called a freeze pane option, where you will be able to freeze these rows actually. So I'm just clicking on this. I want to freeze from student ID along with the student information. I want to freeze this particular rows. So under view, there is something called freeze panes. If you see under view, there is something called freeze panes. So you have freeze panes, freeze top rows, freeze first columns. So I'm just clicking on freeze panes here. So now as you see here, it just freezes the top of the rows with a bold line, and then when I scroll down, I'll be able to see the student and the respective marks. Like for example, student ID 22, English 75, Maths 95, 55, 55, 55. So this is something I can use it when there are thousands of records. So I just freeze it and I need to scroll it. So similarly, if you want to freeze the student ID along with the marks, I'm just doing it again, freeze pane. What I'm doing is I'm unfreezing it again. So what I'll do is I'll keep on this particular cell where I see B4. So it will be able to freeze my column as well as this particular student ID column also. So
excuse me, sister. Interrupt. You have only a few more minutes left, sister.
Yes, sister. So yeah, this is all about freeze panes. So this is, I wanted to cover a few items more, but yeah, we can see in our next class. But I think one work or one homework which you guys can do till the next class is try to create a similar kind of a table with any information, any student data or record, with whatever details, with whatever features I have explained. You can try to create a worksheet, and we'll see it. If there's any questions, or if you want me to review those sheet, I'll be able to look at it. So today's class, what we have seen is we have spoken about the fill series. We have spoken about how to format the cells, a lot of different functions, total, average, maximum, minimum count, and how to create your sheets, how to freeze the panes, how to do this cell styles, how to do the cell styles. You can try different cell styles, and you can create your own cell style, and you can save it in your Excel template, and you can use it for the future also. So next class, I'll be talking about how do we save it, right? How do we print it? How do we save this Excel spreadsheet? And how do we do a spell check? How do we group the worksheets? How do we group sheet 1 and sheet 2? And we'll be looking into the page layout view also. How do we customize the view and different types of other features also. So thank you so much for this opportunity, the Jazakallah Khair, sisters. And do let me know if there's any questions, anything which you want me to answer. I'll be happy to take it up with you, even one-on-one. Do let me know. Thank you, Rabia sister, for giving this opportunity. Thank you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah khair, sister. Alhamdulillah, I think you have